We are live from Auburn Arena. Tonight's CSBA featured matchup in prime time. Alabama Crimson Tide going to come into Auburn to take on the Auburn Tigers. And the man I missed in the booth so much, finally back with us. What's up, Johnny Ward?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me tonight, and glad to be on the call with you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, buddy. It's been a hot minute since I've been in the booth with you. How you been?
Doing well, man. Life kind of get in the way, but things are starting to turn around. Started a new job, so can't beat that.
Congrats on that. What are you looking forward to in the game here tonight? And obviously, we're thrilled to have you back, by the way.
Appreciate it. I think tonight, it's a battle of, my records, what I've seen is a battle of winless teams. So sometimes these games are really excited. Who's going to fight for that first win on the season?
Yeah, Auburn has played and Bama has played in a lot of tough nail-biter type games. Just keep coming up on the short end of the stick, and we'll see Auburn or Alabama play right down to the wire, and then something funky happens in the last minute or two, and end up grabbing the L. So yeah, I agree. This should be entertaining. Listen, all three games tonight, I expect it to be good, and so far we've seen two good ones. So I'm hoping the third is just going to live up to the billing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Alabama, there's a lot of things to work on, and so is Auburn. This is, I think this is the night to do it. Auburn's got the home court advantage, and see what they can do at home.
Brendan Gaucher with the dunk there, so gets Auburn up by 4 here. Schwerin from the elbow, that's good. So Bama now on the board. Compliments of Joshua Schwerin.
Yeah, Schwerin right there with the nice look. His senior leadership on this team. Looking to lead the Tide in this kind of matchup.
Well, listen, we know if this game was a football game, we know we'd be in for a good one. I'm not calling it now on the basketball side. I expect it to be good as well. But obviously, if we were on the football field, this would be an incredible game.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, just in recent, really just, Alabama and Auburn, it's been a really interesting basketball matchup, too. I think with Alabama, the key is who's going to be that X factor outside their top three. And for Auburn, just, staying that consistency in the offense and defense, play with the home crowd and try to, get them into it.
Yeah, one thing I like already that I'm seeing from Auburn is a little bit more ball movement and less ISO here to start, so that's a good start for them, as they're now 67% to start this game.
And definitely, that's a really good point there with a lot of ball movement. You can't win a lot of games with just a bunch of ISO. You got to get everybody involved, get everybody touching it, get that defense moving.
It looks like they've been working a lot in practice so far. Schwerin going to come off the pick drives. Goes up with the left hand too strong as Brennan Gaucher up with the rebound. He looks to push Auburn in transition. Woodbury pulling up from the elbow, no good. Quick outlet pass from Buccelli to Schwerin. Schwerin gets stripped by Brown. The defensive play there by Auburn is rolled right into the hands of Brown. So steal and a turnover for the Bama.
Oh, and I think there, a lot of up and down pace. Both these teams maybe looking to push the ball a little bit. Just got to take care of the ball.
Nice alley-oop to Jack Curtin for points there, and it's 10-4 Auburn lead. Is Bama struggling early on here, down trailing by 6.
Yeah, they really are. I think the Tide need to try to find that easy shot. Go inside. If the three's not there, it's not there. Kind of Auburn, kudos with that, lob. They've had some really two strong dunks in the inside. So definitely I think maybe Alabama should take one out of their book.
Yeah, nice. They tried to get it into the interiors, get shifty. Finishes at the rim. On the last possession, though, they tried to get it inside, and Curtin again with another block. So the interior for Auburn looking good early on here with an 8-point lead.
Yeah, they really are strong. That was kind of key. I kind of pointed out looking at stats, defend that paint, and so far they have. Alabama is just that consistency looking, to struggle again. They had low percentages last game. You gotta find that efficiency, and like I said, you gotta find that, who's gonna be the next man up outside the top 3 to get something going.
They got to find somebody else to get going for sure. Curry hits that knockdown jumper. That's something they need. Kobe Curry for 2. So 5-point lead now for Auburn. Santiago. A lot of ball movement from Auburn. It's looking good offensively early on here. Looks like Scott trying to sit up in the low post. They're going to feed him the ball. Gets some room. Goes up for the reverse layup. Recognizing that Anderson was going to be on the short side of the rim there.
Yeah, good recognition there. Way to get it in. Not allowing that defense to kind of shift and kind of negate it.
Nice backdoor cut by Anderson. Gets fed the ball. Throws that down with a two-handed flush. So Auburn with a 5-point lead, but Bama trying to chip away little by little.
Maybe that's kind of, too, the name of the game. There's a little chip, come out slow. You just got to chip away. There's a lot of game to be played.
Sky hook by Dakota Scott is good as he's going old school, little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for us.
Yeah, I got to love that old school, nylon finish there in the basket.
Fuchs going to get a call. Wolfgang Fuchs going to get a call for the foul there, so Bama to the line and shoot 2.
Maybe even thinking too, Alabama, getting it inside, don't force it, but maybe they try to find some free points at the free throw line. They had some success in their last few games, really. Maybe that's a vocal point to get to the line.
Nice defensive play by Davis. And Ty Maben goes right at the defender, gets his own offensive rebound off his own miss. Gotta like a player that follows his own shot. You don't get to see a lot of that very often. Is Gordon with the rims in and out.
Great look there. Yeah, finish off that. Follow your own shot. Not a lot of people do that, and really, I kind of feel like that's a cardinal rule there. Sometimes you got that lane, follow your shot, because more likely you're gonna get that easy rebound and maybe get a reset for a better shot.
Yeah, especially if nobody's boxing you out. Fuchs with a nice spin move, high floater in the lane and good.
Ooh, I gotta feel those ankles after that one.
Yeah, the German with a nice move in the low post. Fuchs going to get called for the reach-in foul, so Bama's going to get it back on the sidelines here with 14 on the clock. Anderson now over to Curry, going to get a screen. Oh, almost could have been a call. The moving picked it. Don't call it. Fires up to 3. Bang!
Ooh.
Pulls Bama within 4 now, Johnny.
Curry's doing that work. Maybe it's a long lost cousin. They're knocking that one down, but agree, very close to that moving screen. But way to knock it down.
That cuts the lead to 4. So Curry has looked good early on.
Maybe Curry's that guy tonight. Last game, I believe it was Yates for the Crimson Tide, kind of stepped up out, being that the number 4 guy, So maybe Curry's maybe that's the X factor tonight for the Crimson Tide.
Pass to the low post again. The sky hook from Dakota Scott again, and this time he goes for the bank and gets it to go. So Bama doesn't like it. They're gonna make a quick timeout here.
Sure, quick timeout there. Dakota Scott, man, he's tearing it up there down in the paint. Alabama's got to look to reload there because he's had some really good and honestly some easy shots there. Gotta work that out.
Yeah, tighten up the screws on defense for sure. Although it's hard to defend that. Curry again for 3 this time and rattles in and out. Woodard. No look pass over to Walker. Walker going to pull that out now. Couple of screens for him. He drives the lane. Left hand layup and good. Nice take by Ant Walker.
Very, very strong take there. Way to use the rim to protect the ball to avoid a block. That's a textbook drive there for you.
Yeah, what I liked about that is all sorts of havoc created on the exterior. Giving him a little bit of an opportunity to use his speed to his advantage there. Nice no-look pass inside of Scott. Scott left hand off the glass, no good. Felt like he rushed that one a little bit, Johnny.
Yeah, a little rush there. I think the kind of helped that with the defense. Almost a swat. What a finish.
Ty Maben with the kiss off the glass. So back to 4 we go. We said this game was going to be a battle, and it's proved to be that. Step back, Jay, no good. Dakota Scott with the offensive rebound, but can't put it back in. The end of the first quarter buzzers are going to go there. So 22-18, Tigers up by 4. You're watching CSBA on Twitch. We're back. All right, welcome back to Auburn. 22-18. This has been a fun one.
It really has. Both teams, like we said, it's going to be a good one. Everybody's trying to fight, do a little bit everything they can to try to find that win. And, so far, I think it's really paying off.
Drives inside the lane, floater no good. Auburn up with the rebound. Gaucher going to get to Scott. Scott going to get it to Woodbury for 3. Bang!
Honestly, great transition there by Auburn there. What a shot! And if you're Alabama, you can't be given that. You got to get back in transition and avoid that transition 3.
Watts for 3, no good. Clangs off the back rim. Scott up with a rebound. Now over to Woodbury. Woodbury, no look pass to Dakota Scott. Scott having a great game on the interior right now.
He really is. He's eating tonight. He's eating his chicken leg for dinner. But what a pass there by the guard. That's a heck of a pass there inside the paint.
Swearing now over to Buccelli. Buccelli's going to be benefit of a screen here. Gets a little separation now as the taller Dakota Scott drives the lane. Up off the glass and good as they use their speed to their advantage is Bryson Buccelli.
Somebody that's been quiet so far, Bryson Buccelli, some of that top 3 for the Crimson Tide. Love to see him get going.
3 ball by Brendan Gaucher is good, so that's a 10-point lead now for the Tigers. Watts to Yates. Yates over to Buccelli. A little ISO play here for Bama as they're starting to go a little A little heavy ISO. Shelly going to keep her some separation. They got the size mismatch in the low post. They got to get it down there. They're waiting way too long. Now they get it to him with 2 seconds on the shot clock and put in a poor situation is Braden Berry having a fadeaway jumper there.
Had a mismatch there in the paint. Got to get there sooner. You got to put your big man in a better situation for sure.
Let him power his way down into in the low post. Good ball movement here. 3-pointer from Brown. Bang!
I said it's raining threes in Auburn tonight.
Nice defensive play on the interior again by Auburn as the defense proving to be strong. Swifty counted in 1, and the wheels are starting to fall off the bus for Bama.
Yeah, Auburn looking to attack any way they can off a bad shot or a good shot. Alabama's transition defense, like you said, wheels are falling off, and right now I see those wheels, everywhere on the court. So they got to reel it in and make some repairs.
Yeah, I mean, this was a 4-point game at the end of 1. It's now a 15-point game as Auburn has gone on a nice run here. Gonna get it over to Buccelli. Buccelli to Berry. Drives, draws the double team, gets swatted away. Bama going to retain possession here. Good active hands, though, by Auburn's defense.
Yeah, good active hands. Waiting on a foul on the drive. Like I said, both teams, I feel like a key to factor in this game is take care of that basketball.
Brendan Gaucher, no good. Swifty, though, with the rebound and the putback.
It's definitely a strong take there. Auburn kind of getting there with that second chance points, and Alabama kind of seemed lost here.
Bama needs to find their offense, and they need to find it quick as they trail by 17 just like that. Drives. Buccelli gets fouled by Malcolm Brown III, so Buccelli to the line and shoot 2.
Strong take there by Buccelli. Like I said earlier, I think Crimson Tide needs to get to the line, try to earn some free points there to chip this lead down while they're trying to figure out that kind of fluidity of the offense to kind of get back into this game.
Nice take by Gaucher. Hand it over to Watts. Watts over to Schwerin. Malik Woodbury going to get called for the loose ball foul. So just exactly what Alabama did not need in this situation as they're trying to scratch and clutch. Excuse me. Foul was on Auburn. Apologies. I thought that was against Bama for a second there.
A whole kind of looks like a whole substitution there for the Tide. Maybe this get something going, get the subs in, maybe try to get some easy shots.
Gordon offline there with his shot. Woodard. Fuchs gonna fire up a 3. Bang! Wolfgang Fuchs. Don't look now. It's a 20-point game as Auburn put their stamp all over this game right now.
They really are. Game of runs. That last shot was the equivalency of, the saying, hand down, man down. You got to get that hand up in the face.
Ty Maven with a thunderous dunk and a poster at that. Hey, listen, we saw in the last game a 17-point deficit was erased, so anything is possible here, but Bama's going to need to dig in on the defensive side of things here.
Yeah, anything's possible. That stat right now, that 70%, they got to lower it, but also they got to raise their offensive percentage.
I like that. Force them to the outside. Make them shoot from the cheap seats.
Yeah, make those tough shots because those accurate, less accuracy comes with those.
And the good part there is Alabama turned that missed shot into a transitional bucket for an easy 2. Curtin from the corner, no good again, making the guys shoot from the outside that are probably not your best three-point shooters. I'll take that all day. Odds are going to probably be in your favor too, Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes people get left open for a reason. Transition, they're not worried, but also sometimes they hit it. And if they do, well, okay, go back to the next one and don't let them shoot it again.
Maven draws the foul, goes to the free throw line, rattles home the first one. I said Ryan. Oh my God. Been a long day.
They rhyme a little bit. They run together.
So Maven switches to second, so 2 from 2 from the line there, and Bama perfect 6 of 6. So there's a timeout on the court. You're watching CSBA on Twitch. So sitting, what are they down? 16 points right now. So Bama easily maybe get this down to 10 before the half. I think that's probably where you want to. If you're Alabama, that's really where you want to be.
Apologies, 14 actually.
14, sorry. No, it's 16. No, just kidding.
By technicality.
I see into the future. Oh, almost an errant pass there by Gordon. Gordon from the elbow. That's good. Finally able to get off the schneid. He was in a little bit of a slump, missing his last 2.
Yeah, and just like that, it's 39% to 44, and they've lowered down to 67. Got to chip away at it.
They're starting to chip in on the defensive end, and a bad turnover. They give it right back to Curtin, who just missed. They're going to find wide open Ant Walker, and it gets challenged, and Alabama able to dodge a bullet there. Good ball movement here to Curtin, to Gordon, baseline jumper, and he's got to take that in for a layup.
Yeah, gotta take that in for a layup, or necessarily try a chance from 3 because he had a really good position there, being wide open in the corner.
And they could have made this a 12-point game. Instead, it now sits at 16. Not probably the best shot there again from Gordon. Anderson trying to work his way inside, goes right at the defender. Gets his own rebound off the miss. Now second chance opportunity here for Alabama. Curry spins off of the pick from Anderson. Counted at 1. Vic Santiago with another foul, and he's been the one bright spot for Alabama, has been Curry. So
yeah, he really has. He's really kind of making it up a little bit, making that defense kind of move. What's he going to do? Is he going to pull up, or is he going to drive? And right there, he's had to take it to the rack, and very strong finish, and a little cooking there for an M1.
Tiger's going to bring up the ball with 53 seconds left. Going to go into low post to Scott. Scott to Santiago, gets blocked from behind. Scott somehow comes away with it. This time able to put it in despite the defensive efforts. So Alabama played that the right way. They just didn't box out Scott, and Scott took advantage and back to 15.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes those situations, it's inevitable. But kudos to there. Just needed a little more outs there to maybe avoid Scott getting that layup.
Gordon off the mark there for the 3. Got a good, clean look. Just not able to knock it down. Now Fuchs with the ball. Spin move in the lane, up off the glass. No good. Good defense again by Alabama stepped up their defense a lot here. Just another 2 ball from Curry. He's been the lone bright spot for Bama, Johnny.
Really has. He's been that the light at the end of the tunnel. Like they keep feeding the rock. Don't break it, but don't also force it to him.
Tough defense being provided here. Dakota Scott forced to fire up a deep 3, no good. And at the end of the half, 48-35, Bama was once down 20, sits at 13 as Auburn leads at the half. You're watching the CSBA on Twitch. Johnny's going to break us down on what we saw in that first half right here on the halftime show. Johnny, what did we see in that first half? What do you think we might see in the second?
For Auburn, I like what they really did. They were really tough to, defending that interior. Alabama looking to get inside early, and they turned great defense into easy offensive possessions and really just kind of that great ball movement, moving around, making that defense shift, and allowed to get those easy buckets. We had a little three-party early on, and then they were dominating in the post. Alabama kind of let the wheels fall off there. They've had a couple bright spots in Curry and a few other guys. I'd like to see some other guys get going, kind of a collective team effort, but continue that fluidity on offense and take that easy shot. And then, that defense, stay that consistency on defense to try to turn into some maybe easy, fast break points.
Auburn with 16 assists in that first half, really moved the ball well. But as you see, Alabama also coming with their shooting percentages coming up a little bit closer to 50. So we'll see what they can do here in the second. Their shooting's been a little bit better here and their defense has been better here in the late second. So we'll see what happens. Second half coming your way right now. Let's take a look at the leading scorer at the half. And that person is going to be Kobe Curry. He's got about 14.
Yeah, I believe so. Believe that.
I was off.
11.
Just off the mark, 11. But
Feels like 14.
Did feel like 14. 4 or 5 shooting.
And like you said, he was a bright spot in the first half. Looking to continue for him to get going in there, maybe not force it, but get a little more people involved to try to expand that offense.
I like what Alabama's been doing here the last few minutes, and as their offense has gotten better, they're really pushing the ball in the paint and getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, I definitely see that. Able to control that ball, not really turning it over, getting that foul call if they want, get those points scored on the board without that time running, being down double digits. Because sometimes being down double digits, it takes a while to come back from that.
I think it says it's listed. I don't know. It sounds the same. Usually when this lights up, that means it's upstairs. So unless he couldn't have left it on. Sorry. Deep two there for Auburn. Good shot by Malcolm Brown.
Definitely for Auburn. Somebody that kind of pointed out from their last game, Malcolm Brown was a light, really chipping it up for them. So good to see him kind of get going, shooting 2 or 3.
Nice low post move by Joshua Schwerin. Cuts it to 11.
I think for Alabama, I think your key right there, 65%. Maybe get it below 50 for a chance to win, and good dunk there.
Well, don't look now. We've got it down to single digits. What was once a 20-point lead shrunk down to 9. And if you just looking at this, there's a deep 2 from Gaucher. Bama's stepped up their defense here, and it's really showing.
They're looking to push the ball and take those easy shots.
Swifty almost throws it away, throws it off the back of Schwerin, looking to get it back there. Woodbury. This is something that Auburn has done. They've not been able to close out games, and deflection there, and another great defensive play by Alabama as they're really forcing these turnovers here. Pass inside to Watts. Watts gets fouled by Brown, and that's Malcolm Brown, the third foul. Does not like the call. But, this has been the bugaboo for Auburn all season. Play really well for 2 or 3 quarters and then cannot close out teams as the game wears on. So,
I think it's nothing kudos to Auburn to that. That's kind of just the difference sometimes between a good team and a great team. If you come out really strong and don't finish, you leave you're susceptible for that comeback. Like kind of, something that kind of feels like comes up and walks up and stabs you in the heart. And then like right there with Alabama, can't leave points on the line trying to make this comeback.
Curtin fouled on the play. Going to go to the line and shoot 2 here. You see the replay there. Substitutions in. Free throw up and good by Curtin. Extends it back to a 9-point lead.
Yeah, right there, 10. How I think kind of thing for Alabama. Okay, now back to 10, back to double digits. What are we gonna do now? Auburn's gonna hopefully continue that stingy defense. So I think that's not a bad time out there. They extended it back to 10. So kind of regroup and kind of call a couple more plays to regroup.
So timeout on the court. You're watching the CSBA on Twitch. 52-42. Schwerin. Now out to Buccelli. Buccelli, a little ISO play here. Sees Party, gets a wide open shot.
Great shot there. Great, I feel like Alabama there at the execution. He really had 3 options on that play. The one he took, and then he had 2, those 2 screens, somebody popping and rolling. Great execution out of the timeout.
Gets Swifty with a deep shot there. Puts it back to 11. I think that was a 3-ball.
I believe it was.
Shot off the glass, no good. Bama's got to be smart here. You've been getting good looks the entire time. Now, getting a little sloppy. Swifty inside, left-hand layup, no good. Curtin there for the foul, and he blows the layup. I think when he smacked the backboard, Johnny, he might have knocked it offline.
Yeah, a little bit, off kilter. If you're Auburn, you get those second set points. You just don't be too fancy with it. Or use your size, dunk it. Don't get too fancy there to blow an easy 2 points. That could be a
bad turnover there. Bama Schwerin steps on the baseline. Curtin going to take a seat.
Slarin there. Not a typical turnover there for him. Kind of got to watch where you're at when you go to the baseline.
I think Swoosh is our #1 fan tonight. The only guy that's chatting right now. Appreciate you, Swoosh. Gaucher with a baby skyhook. That's good, and it's back to 13.
Auburn here, maybe they got their run now, but, it's okay. 13 points. There's still a lot to go in the second half for Alabama. You got to wither the Tide here. No pun intended, but Tide's got to wither it.
Malik Boyberry not able to come down with a Schwerin miss. He's having a rough night. 3 of 10 shooting in a 3-ball. Back to 15 as Auburn starting to put their offense back together here.
Yeah, getting that run there. They're just getting some better looks, and shots are falling, and the shots for Alabama are not.
Just as you say that, Schwerin knocks down the open J. That's always the case, by the way. You say stuff like that, and then the next guy knocks him down. Nice take, counted at 1 as Yates with the foul. This game has been all over the place, Johnny.
Yeah, it really has. Trying to figure it out. Alabama was doing really great. And they got away from there right at the very beginning of the third quarter, and Auburn there taking the book right out of Alabama. Really, driving the basket, getting to the lane, and an one. Wonderful take there.
Gordon gets the screen. Step back pass inside to Davis. Foul. Good hard foul by Dakota Scott. So Bama to the line and shoot 2.
And philosophy there, get an easy look and got a chance to foul them, foul them to where they can't make it, make them earn it at the line.
It's a substitution. Free throw up and good, so cuts it back to a 14-point lead.
I think right there for Alabama, really big free throws. Cut it back to 14. Get back to that hard-nosed defense, try to get those easy shots and defend the paint.
Great deflection block there by Anderson. Quick outlet pass. Curry, who's been the hot man, fires up the 3, no good.
Not a bad there look. Oh, we gotta get back on transition.
A strip by Fuchs. Auburn with numbers if they can take advantage. Woodard from the corner. Bang!
Green bean. Definitely got to ask him there how that one tastes. A little bit late of a closeout, but still close enough. It felt like that one felt a little personal.
Ty Maben going to drive, kick it outside. Gordon, wide open three. Bang! Answering right back.
Way to answer there. That's something you got to look for. You got to look for that inside out. Make that defense move, get that wide open shot. You know, both trading baskets. Maybe Alabama here needs to try to get some stops to cut back into this lead. But Auburn should take that the gas off the pedal for sure.
Yeah, Alabama. This second unit is really been the unit. Is Curry for three again. Bang! The second unit has been led by Kobe Curry. Is the reason why Bama has been in this game, because their starters have been getting crushed, but the bench comes in and keeps it close.
It really is. You know, road games like that, you always got to rely on your bench. You know, next man up mentality, and they've really answered the call. So, you know, Alabama here is showing some really good stuff. Can they just kind of find a way to put an all-around game together?
Kobe Curry goes end-to-end, draws the foul. I thought he was going to poster that, but he'll go to the line and shoot two.
And if he would have posted that, I may would have came out of my chair.
He has been a big reason why Bama is in this game. Is they're looking to cut it to 11 here with this last free throw.
Critical free throws, but you know, combination of Steph Curry and you know, got that Mamba mentality in him so far in that game as well.
Auburn going to call a timeout and a smart one here. 1:20 to go. You're watching CSBA on Twitch. 67-56. Auburn up by 11.
Great block there by Davis, and way to push the ball for, I believe, Kobe again.
Curry again. Yeah, what were we going to say?
No, you're good. Just saying, calling it again. Calling his name all night. You know, that we keep going hard on it. He's the reason why they're in this game.
And another play down court. Davis firing up the shot. Ty Maben with the offensive board. Gets the step, puts it up off the glass. Ain't good.
What a patient there off the rebound, you know, didn't force it right after the rebound. Great putback.
Dakota Scott feeling the pressure defensively by Anderson, who's doing a nice job fronting right now. Gets it over to Santiago. Ty Maben tries to steal it from behind, and
yeah, not a call there. You want on another run. You don't want to get a tic-tac foul to kind of ruin that momentum.
cross-court pass over to Woodard. Now down the low post to Curtin. Curtin, left-hand baby skyhook again. The defense by Bama. Trying to trail by 7 right now. It's the closest they've been in a while. The hole for 1 here. Maben getting hounded by Wolfgang Fuchs. Gets it over to Gordon. Drills it. And just like that, they're down by 4 with a 3-pointer from Gordon. Good if it goes. But at the end of 3, what was a 20-point lead is now down to 3. Or 4, 67-63, excuse me. 4 points. But we're headed to the 4th. Close one here. Auburn up by 4. Can they hold on? Will Bama fight back? Watch the CSB on Twitch. Stick around. All right, let's take a look at the State Farm assist of the game. A little baby alley-oop there to Jack Curtin.
And let that curtain fly.
All right, 4-point game here, Johnny. It was a 20-point game a quarter ago, and now we're looking at a 4-point game. Again, Auburn has just absolutely struggled closing teams out this season. They've played well, But getting a W is, especially your first in your university's history is always a tough one.
Yeah, it really is. That mark is first one's always the toughest. It's always kind of even learning tournament play. Get that first win, and the next ones after that follow come easier, a little easier and easier, depending on the kind of game plan and who you're playing. But so far in Auburn, it's a late night fight to the finish.
Trey Woodard no good on that last shot. Anderson almost got picked off there as he gets it over to Curry. Curry gets a little separation, pull back three, no good. And Davis though with the poster, counted in one and a chance to cut it within one. Wow, clip that.
Ooh, we gotta clip that one.
That was
he even knew it.
Poster put back.
I really did almost fall out of my chair on that one.
Wow. And great job. Again, the Bama bench is a big reason why this game is even close. I was hoping they were going to give us the replay there, but they're not.
Yeah, sadly, I hate it when that happens. Heck of a game plan here by Alabama's coach. Ready to go. That next man up mentality for that second unit there. And when really it's been a rough night for that first unit.
So 67-66, 1 point game at 7-10. If you told me about 25 minutes ago we were going to see this kind of score after the 20-point lead by Auburn, I would have said you were crazy. But Bama has done a nice job fighting back here and have played really tough defensively. Schwerin turns it over, missed no good. Swifty though fouled on the play, and I love that Bama is just challenging everything at the rim right now.
And honestly, I think that's the key to kind of getting back into it. There's, by challenging at the rim, gives them that, I feel like that vote of confidence to challenge everything. They're challenging, the jump shots. They're challenging in the paint. Continuing on, here and there you may have those little tic-tac turnovers. You lose sight of the ball, you get ready to throw it down court and you just get stripped. But way to make them earn it, make it go to the line. You never know. He makes both of them, but you're still a one-possession game.
3-point lead right now. 6:48 to go. Watts gonna get it over to Schwerin. Six on the shot clock. Spin move, gets a little step, pull up from the elbow. That's good. Joshua Schwerin cuts it back to one.
And like we've been talking about all night, that shooting percentage, now they're both sitting at 51. That's why we're facing this game that we are. And Schwerin there with a great execution and way to knock it down for the senior.
Curtin trying to set up in the low post. Yates all over him. Spin move off the glass. No good. And again, the Bama defense proving to be strong here. Buccelli in transition. Pull-up jumper. No good. Swifty up with the rebound. Auburn looking to push now. Getting out in transition. Good defense by Bama to get back. Woodbury. Now over to Gaucher. Now over to Brown. This is why you don't turn away, Dalton, man. This is why you got to watch all the games, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Swifty for three, no good. Somehow comes back to the hands of Curtin for an easy putback.
This is a fight. You're gonna need some ice and electrolytes after this one. Up and down, second chance points, late. You gotta love it.
Yeah, well, Alabama's defense is really what's gotten them back in this ball game here. So that and the bench unit counted in one and a chance to tie it up at the free throw line. It's Bryson Buccelli going to head to the line.
Yeah, Buccelli there, kind of talking about a couple of their starters just kind of struggling there, but way to be consistent. Try to find that light. Don't force it. Tough take there to the rack, and look what happens. You get that and one finish. Maybe a little vote of confidence, a little more. You never know. Both of these units. So if I was Auburn, I'd watch out because that maybe something's going to correlate here.
And that once was a 20-point lead is now tied with 5:17 to go in the fourth. Bounce pass over to Curtin. 10 on the shot clock. Curtin spin move, going to hand it off to Gaucher, wild shot there, and shot selection has not been really. Don't look now and don't call it a comeback. Bama now leads by 2.
And like I said, so far the way it ends, the Tide has answered. The Tide has withered the Tide here. The wheels were falling off and really have made this a game.
The Tide. Would you say the Tide is rolling right now?
The Tide withered the Tide.
Strong take, drop off to Gaucher. He greened it, but got blocked from behind. His good defense by Auburn, not giving up on the play. Gaucher moves it over to the corner for 3. No good, rousing it out. Brown not able to connect there. Yates up with a rebound. Crowd getting into this with a defensive chant with 4 minutes to go. They're going to call an illegal screen away from the play on Braden Berry.
Not a call you want there late. You got to make sure those feet are set and stuff on those screens. They'll get you there.
Now going to go over to Gaucher. Double team by Bama here. Cross court. Good recognition by Gaucher, but he throws it out of bounds.
Terrible there, but sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that was good pass IQ from him, but just bad pass on the execution aspect of it.
Yeah, basically the same thing I said. Kind of there. You wanna make that easy, make the easy pass, but that was the right pass. It just throw it a little too much. It looked like he was trying to throw to an 8-footer.
Woodbury for 3, back rim, no good. Schwerin up with the rebound, so both teams shooting a little cold here in this last minute. Shelley kind of winding the clock down. Alabama's offensive movement has kind of gone away here. Schwerin for 3, rattles that home, bang, and it's a 13-4 run here in the last 4:16.
And crazy, like I said, that Alabama first unit is now kind of starting to catch on to that magic that Curry in the second unit kind of were living all game, and it's correlating. So great timeout by Auburn. 3 minutes to go with the 5-point game. That's plenty of time to kind of create a game plan to finish out the game.
No, they give the player the game the time even, but I would have Kobe Curry, in my opinion, is the reason why Bama is in this game. No offense to Jordan Brand, but they got this one wrong. I mean.
I agree there. Gotta love it, but unofficially, Kobe Curry's the player of the game.
Fouled by Yates, his third.
Good chance there by Auburn there, getting to the line. That's something you want to do. We talked about it early on. Alabama getting to the line with the clock stop, and now how close this game is. Auburn needs to use that as an advantage to try to get back in and try to go on a run themselves.
Schwerin. 2:46 to go. Schwerin gets a step, pull-up jumper for where he rattled it home before. Does it again. That's his spot. He's got 15 now.
Schwerin there with 15 points, 47% from the field. A very improved night from the field for him. Good to see that from your senior leader.
Link Woodbury puts that one home, so he's got 10. Cuts it to 3. It's weird, Auburn having to fight back now after it was up 20 in this game. Now having to try to fight to get and scratch and claw to get even. Braden Berry gets blocked. Ball goes to go out of bounds, but Alabama going to get the ball back here.
Yeah, Swifty there with a great block. Right before that play started executing, they almost had a backdoor cut for Schwerin. He could have yammed that one, but defense kind of held up on him.
Ooh, they missed the pass inside of Schwerin, was wide open. Watts going to get a step, pull up from that spot that Bama has just been burying shots from. And just like that, it's a 5-point game, 2 minutes to go, and Auburn backs against the wall here. Counted in 1, and a nice take by Jack Curtin. Yates picks up his 4th, one away from fouling out.
And with this, minute and 55 to go. That might be something to look at. Yates has been playing really good, defending the rim, and great take there for Auburn. And then I guess for Alabama there, I guess that's a sweet spot there. I guess there's a little hot zone there because everybody's hitting there.
What's interesting, just maybe that's just where there's a soft part of the defense. Ooh, Schwerin had a clear pass to the basket. Now goes to the other side, too strong. Crowd on their feet here, wanting a tie ball game here. They're going to get it to Curtin. That's good. It's a 1-point game. Oh, excuse me. It's a tie ball game, rather. Excuse me.
Late night math, man. They get you.
I'm trying to keep my eye on the Bronco Colts game at the same time on my phone. Schwerin drives, floater off the glass, and good. Big bucket by Schwerin, who's hot right now.
Kind of go with that. Who's winning that Colts Broncos?
9-6. Broncos. My Broncos offense looks horrible again. I don't understand what's going on there, but we'll talk about that later. Yates, too much. This game's too important to change the focus, but
absolutely
with a 2-point game. But yeah, Schwerin gonna get D'd up well beyond the arc. They switch. Schwerin with a step kicks into the corner to Watts. 6 on the shot clock. Braden Berry going to come set a screen, gives him an open look, fires up to 2, and knocks it down as Watts. Big bucket there. Tale of two halves for sure.
It really has.
Why is Curtin dribbling the ball? Give it to his guard. He wanted to go one-on-one with Yates there. He's going to drive. Yates, this time he comes up with a huge block, and Buccelli going to get fouled by Woodbury. Now Auburn going to have to play the foul game. Brennan Gaucher going to pick up his first, team's fourth. That puts them over the limit, and they'll go to the line to shoot 2.
It really has there. Really confused execution there by Auburn's offense late. I feel like that's a way to that's not how you close the game out. You tied it and questionable decisions. You got to get that ball movement back in that first half where the entire offense was just moving for the open shot.
Yeah, Curtin maybe not realizing how much time was on the clock there. Thought he probably could take Yates to the hole and potentially maybe even try to get him to foul out, but instead kills a ton of time for Auburn, and this has been a crazy one.
It's been crazy, so I wouldn't put it past it. With 26 seconds left, they can come up with 6 points.
And if you're a coach, you got to be pulling your hair out in this game. Gonna get it over to Curtin again. He drives inside, gets double teamed. He had his teammate wide open. It does not kick it out, and a clean block by Yates. Woodbury picks up his fourth to send Alabama back to the line to try to ice this game here. Ooh, Buccelli misses the free throw. Keeps Auburn's hopes alive just a little bit longer.
Yeah, you gotta get one of these here.
There it is. That should be the dagger right there.
Yeah, I agree. Just closing here. Successful execution. With shot selection, and earlier what a point I was gonna be made was only 11 made field goals. It may be 12 or 13 by now, but popped up. They only had 11 for the second half and 18 for Alabama. You can't get it done there.
No, I mean, again, the bugaboo that has haunted Auburn all season, not able to hold a lead. In this one, they had a 20-point lead, which is just insane. Now we sit here talking a lot about how they blew a 20-point lead against Alabama.
That dunk.
Yeah, that was a nice dunk.
Might need to check the rims there, check the screws.
Oh, let's talk. You know what? I'm not even going to look at the total scores. Let's talk about the 2 halves. Auburn up 13 at the end of the first half. Third quarter, Bama comes storming back. Fourth quarter, again, Bama's quarter. So if you're Auburn, you got 32 points in the second half. You got 52 for Alabama, and if you look at the second half, it's just a 20-point turnaround. This is crazy. 52-32 in the second half, and again, We talk about it. Look at this. Biggest lead, 20 points. 20-point lead that Auburn had. And they lose this game by 7. What a crazy comeback. What jumps out at you? I mean, I see a few things for me, but what jumps out for you, Johnny?
I think the biggest is we're gonna hark on it. Bench points. 47-26. Where was the Auburn bench tonight? I feel like coming in, they just let that second unit. Kobe Curry was going off, and some of the other guys kind of filled off that, but he was kind of that main guy in the second unit that led the charge to kind of bite, take a little bite of that cookie, or whatever kind of comparison you want to make, because slowly and surely worked on it. And there you go, like you said, 52-32 in the second half. Can't really get it done. 11 made field goals. At one point, only in the second half, very late in that clock, and then you get it tied, and then don't execute on it home. You're at home, you have the crowd behind you, and you don't execute, you're not going to get a win there.
Now, the other thing that stands out of me is this 8 of 9 for Auburn. Now, granted, they weren't jacking up a lot of threes. It's similar for both teams, but 8 of 9, they're 8 of 9. But Alabama got to the free throw line 21 times in this game, and they made 19 of their 21. So, took advantage of the time at the charity strike. And I think that, as the game went on, they were able to chip away at the free throw line. And I think that's also a part of this. It's probably an untold story because we didn't really talk about it. I don't feel like during the game I felt like they were at the line 21 times, but they were.
Yeah.
Just looking at the numbers, and did a phenomenal job from the line. So, great job by them, and that's that. And I think to your point, I think Kobe Curry was a big reason why they came back in this game. Let's go through the numbers real quick. Get Swifty leads Auburn with 15 and 9 and 2 blocks, a very efficient 5 of 8. Jack Curtin 13 and 7, 5 of 14. Probably, I think down the stretch, probably had controlled the ball a little bit too much in the perimeter. I think if you're Auburn, you maybe want to get it back into your best player's hands. Dakota Scott 12, 5 and 1. Brendan Gaucher 11, 2 and 3. Listen, Auburn had 5 guys in double figures. I mean, that's pretty impressive. But once you get past those guys and you start getting into the nitty gritty here, it falls off the cliff. Malcolm Brown with 5, Woodard with 5, Fuchs with 5, Walker with 4, and Santiago is scoreless. So, these guys all chipped in here down at the bottom, but I think they were missing that secondary score somewhere along the way down and off the bench, and then flipping the switch over to Alabama, 19 and 3, assists, a steal, and a block for Schwerin. Kobe Curry, who to me I think was the player of the game, 18 and 3, 6 of 9, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Just an all-around great game from him, and certainly a big. Listen, that's 18 points in 13 minutes. The man lit it up the second game in. So.
He really did, and just kind of point out there with that plus minus out at the top of 21.
Yes.
Definitely just very effective on the floor for the team all around.
Plus 21 in 13 minutes too, nonetheless. Buccelli 4 of 8 for 12 points. Ty Maven 12, 5 and 6. Maybe that means it might be the reason why he got it with the 6 dimes. Jermichael Gordon with 8. DeAndre White's with 7. Ricky Davis 5 and 5. 3 blocks for Ricky Davis. Mark Anderson 4 and 5. Grayson Yates did not play great offensively. Didn't really have to. Only shot the ball once, but had 9 rebounds, 2 blocks. Was 1 foul away from fouling out, but crazy game from him. And then a very quiet night from Braden Berry. Only 2 rebounds and an assist. It was a fun one. I don't think a 20 point. As I said, we were sitting here in halftime. I was like, or even in the middle of the third, I was like, wow, these guys are 20 points. There's no way they're coming back. But wow, what a comeback by Alabama.
Yeah, what a comeback. And like you said earlier, what I was going to kind of ban it on. Key thing was that was the next thing that stood out to me was that 19-21. You scored with the clock stop. That's going to help you come back in a game.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a big telltale part of that and Kobe Curry. 2 signs to me what that and Bama's defense played well in this game too.
Really did.
Too, so, all right, we got some really good games on the slate for tomorrow night. You are definitely going to want to come back tomorrow night. I'm hoping that the whole CSBA is watching because I'm just going to tell you right now, all 3 games are going to be phenomenal. They were great tonight, but Tomorrow is going to even be off the hizzy even more. Tennessee at Florida at 7:30. Duke versus Louisville at 9. And then Iowa versus Michigan at 10. Friday Night Hoops is going to be lit. Make sure you guys all tune in for that. Appreciate everybody sticking around, hanging out with us here to see this Alabama comeback. You know what, CSVA, you guys missed an amazing comeback by Alabama. I can tell you right now, if you're just watching this on the VOD, I'm glad you came back and watched this game because it was worth watching. Congrats to Alabama on a hard-fought victory. And if you're Auburn, don't hang your head, man. I know it's been difficult for you guys this season, but you guys played a tough game here. I think just got to figure out how to close out some of these games. You'll get your first dub. It's coming. I can feel it. You're right there. You're knocking on the door. So for Johnny, I am Scott Drake, a.k.a. Wired71. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Friday Night Hoops is going to be lit. Talk to you later. Peace out.